In a few seconds time, it's going to mark the 6th month since I moved to Japan. Working, living alone, and trying to figure something called life out. Or at least, I like to think that I'm trying to. If you're new here, I'm Kyo, I'm 24 this year, I'm from Hong Kong, and 6 months ago I left everything behind, packed my bags, and moved to Japan for work at a sports car rental company. Since then, as cliche as it is to say, I've learned quite a lot about me and my chaotic life. Maybe it's because of the truly amazing things I've experienced for the past 6 months, I've been constantly in a state of asking myself, what do I actually want to do with my life? Is this the life that I've been dreaming about ever since I can remember? It's a very deep question, but I ask myself on a daily basis to keep myself in check. Anyways, it's 3 months into 2025, which is 25% into 2025, and I'm sure that most of you watching feel like you haven't done shit. But just to let you know, it is completely okay, because more often times than not, I have felt the same way ever since I graduated. I think there's a moment in life that no one warns you about, and when it does hit, it hits hard. And I like to call that moment growing up. It is a very magical feeling. It is the moment where you stop feeling like a kid. It is the moment that life stops being something that you're trying to figure out and just becomes the way things are. 6 months ago, the life that I know changed completely. From binge editing in my bedroom to stepping into a new country, a new job with new people, new everything within a span of 2 months. And since September, I've been slowly settling down into a new chapter of my life that is both terrifying and exciting. And after working full-time for the first time for 6 months, I found something that I never thought I wanted. And that's something called stability. Wow, now come to think of it, it sounds so boring. But before you say anything, let me just tell you, it is pretty boring. I would be lying if I say I planned for this job. I would be lying if I say I planned working with sports cars in Japan 5 years ago. So I planned for this job since our neighbor Timmy got his neurosurgeon job when he was 9, because I aim to be better at him at being a disappointment. Don't lie, kids. Lying is bad for you. The only thing that you can lie is on your bed. I studied something completely different in university, and my parents wanted me to have a more stable job, like a doctor or a lawyer. But I'm not smart enough. The truth is, my parents never fully approved of me being in Japan and working in Japan. Till this day, they still ask, are you applying for your master's? They still persuade me to go back to school to get that master's degree, which is a very typical Asian parent thing. They also don't know that my master's application got rejected. Twice. That is 2 times as much as Timmy. Finally, I'm better at him or something. But somehow I ended up with a full-time job in Japan that has nothing to do with my degree, with nothing but passion as my fuel. I really think about this a lot because I'm still a normal guy, I'm still human at the end of the day, and I'm often just as lost as you guys. Life after university felt very chaotic. Last year, I was a teaching assistant, balancing between freelancing jobs every now and then. Before that, I was a degenerate for 4 years in university, and before that, I was a disappointing potato, I guess. And now, surprisingly, I have a full-time job. And for the first time in the longest time that I can remember, I feel like I'm finally settling down. And this whole 6 months in Japan has probably been the most important time of my life, because it makes me wonder, maybe life isn't about following set plans, because plans never go the way that you expect. Or it could be that I have shit plans. But when is the last time a planned trip made it out of the group chat? Maybe life is about putting your heart into something, putting 100% into something, and see where it takes you. And maybe that's what growing up really is. It's not some big life-changing moments, but it was just waking up one day and realizing that the small things, the quiet, ordinary things, or the boring things that you never found interesting means more than you ever expected. Like a text from my parents that isn't talking about my master's application, a video call from my girlfriend, cleaning my apartment, doing my laundry on time, sleeping 7 hours a night. These are the things that I find have so much meaning to them now. Like, I sound so fucking boring, but they do mean a lot. Because I used to think that life is about chasing the big moments, the adrenaline rush, the excitement. But now I find just as much joy in the little things, like buying my first vacuum cleaner, or even learning something new, like improving my Japanese with the sponsor of today's video, Migaku. Lately, I've been picking up new Japanese words by watching things that I already enjoy, like car reviews, Old West motoring episodes, and even Japan travel vlogs. And the best part, it doesn't really feel like studying. Migaku makes it super easy to pick up words as I go. I can look up words instantly and get detailed explanations while watching Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, just to name a few. They even have their own dedicated courses if you want to learn a little bit more intensively. With 380 plus grammar patterns focused on how people actually speak, that way you can understand 80% of what people say in shows, podcasts, and daily conversations, which is the most important part in learning a new language. Even when I don't have my computer when I'm outside, Migaku works just as well on your phone. With the OCR feature, I can snap a photo of a street sign, a menu, and watch YouTube with detailed translations. It's like having a pocket translator that turns everyday life into bite-sized lessons. I really like how intuitive Migaku is in saving words, turning them into flashcards, and actually retain them with their spaced repetition system. For me, learning Japanese on my own on Migaku has been 100% worth it. Right now, if you click the link in the description, there is a 50% off lifetime deal plus an extra month on standard and early access subscription. And you can access all the language available on Migaku with just one subscription. Thank you Migaku for sponsoring this video. I think I finally understood what my parents meant when they said, "You'll get it someday." 24 years, I never understood. Can't you just tell me now? Like, I might not wake up tomorrow. But it's really that one day when something hits and you just get it. But even then, there are still nights where I feel like something is missing. I miss my home, I miss my family, I miss my girlfriend, I miss my friends, I miss my mom's cooking, I miss my dad's stupidly nonchalant voice. I miss how simple things used to be when I'm at home. And maybe I haven't figured it out at all. Maybe growing up isn't just about moving forward. Maybe it's about learning to carry the things that you leave behind as well. I moved to a new country, but home never really leaves me. I still carry the memories, the habits, the longing for familiar things. I took on new responsibilities, a new job, but my past experiences still shape who I am today. I like to think that I'm making progress in life, optimistically, but I still feel nostalgia. I still feel uncertainty. And I still feel connected to where I came from. At first, I thought that growing up is about moving forward, chasing new goals, and becoming independent. But as time goes on, I realized that we don't just leave things behind. They stay with us, but in different ways. Growing up isn't about moving forward and never looking back. It's about holding on to what matters without letting it hold you back. So at the end of the day, it's the end of the day. I'm 24 this year. I don't have life figured out. Not even close. Not even remotely close. I probably haven't even figured out 1% of it. And maybe I never will. But for the first time, I'm okay with that. Maybe growing up isn't about having all the right answers to your life. Maybe growing up is about learning to be okay and grateful for where you are right now. My name is Kyo. Thanks for watching.
可是你不会出现，任凭我抖抖的手，还是会离开。我没搭配的星座，它背没法配合，猜不透你的心情，更猜不透冰冷的心。我没法去配合你没用的对不起，到现在我只能一个人无助的过下去。画面闪过一遍又一遍的，大雁飞过1年又1年了。他的心里还会有我吗？我努力的表现的谁能显得不浮夸？我厌倦了用不完的借口，我厌倦了没有誓言和美好的理由。当他们选择你的胜利，而我选择你的心，你到底懂不懂？离开他的那天起，房间里开始布满了思念。窗外的坏天气，搭配我内心空荡的画面。 到底我做错了什么，才会让你发生了心动的瞬间？I want you know， 是7月2点坠的夜空，还在等待，可是你不会出现，任凭我抖抖的手，还是会离开。完美搭配的星座，它背背没法配合，猜不透你的心情，更猜不透冰冷的心。我没法去配合你，没用到对不起，到现在我只能一个人无助的过下去。可是你要的是那一场绚烂的夜